welcome to Minimal Mindful Mama. I'm Katie Mixon and I love making and sharing videos about minimalism, motherhood, and sustainable living. Today I want to share with you my method of meal planning. This is something that I've struggled with for a while, and I finally come up with a system that has been working really well for me as a minimalist and as a mom who's busy and also on a budget. And so I'm excited to show that to you today. I've designed this little printable to make it really easy. I've been using this and I'll have it linked down below, but you can obviously use the same method on a normal piece of paper as well. I just think that this looks cuter posted up on my refrigerator. So the purpose of this is to go through your pantry and to list everything that you have as a starting point for the meals that you're going to create for the week. Oftentimes we have things in our pantry that just kind of get shoved to the back and don't get used up, or we forget that we have. So I found that this method is really helpful, not only for me to save money by checking what I already have, but also in using up some of those items that need to be used. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and you can ring the little bell button so that you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. I upload videos on a weekly basis, and if this video is something that you enjoy, please go ahead and hit that like button down below. I'm going to take you with me as I go through my pantry, as I create a meal plan, and as I grocery shop for the week. So I hope that this video is helpful to you if this is something that has been becoming difficult for you as well. I feel like every time there's a change of seasons or a transition, such as with us back to school, that it can be easy to kind of get busy and get off track. And so I hope that this is helpful to you if you've been struggling with some meal ideas or with meal planning in general. The day before I go grocery shopping. That way we are completely at the end of our meal plan from the previous week, and I can see what we still have and what we've used up. Also, it gives me the opportunity to clean out my pantry and my refrigerator and have it be just clean and empty for when I do go grocery shopping and bring new things home. So first I'm going to go through my pantry and see what items we have already in there that I'm going to be able to use. Short people problems.
We can pretend that we're just friends, yeah, but who are we kidding? I am willing to jump.
Now I have a list of what I have in my pantry and a few items that I need that I like to keep on hand that need to be restocked. And now I'm going to go and check in my fridge.
I've been thinking about crossing the line and just giving. Can I feel it the way I do?
So as you can see here, I have quite a bit of items already. So now I just want to come up with meals that I can create using some of these items. And I've written some of the things that we are out of as well that I like to keep on hand and that I know that we'll be needing. So now I'm going to use this column to come up with my meals for each day, trying to use some of these items and determining which ingredients I don't have and adding them to this list. my fridge for now. I am going to go grocery shopping tomorrow morning, and I'll bring you along with me for that.
Only you move me to the rhythm. Only you move me to the rhythm.
We are getting a bit of a late start this morning going grocery shopping, but that's okay, that's life. And I'm just going to grab my list and then we'll head out.
Only you move me to the rhythm.
Hi.
Only you move me to the rhythm. Only you move me to the rhythm. Only you move me to the rhythm.
Yay.
Yay. Are you such a big girl?
Yes.
Yay.
Ah.
You ready to go to the grocery store?
Yes.
Yay. I love you.
Hi,
Hi.
baby. Hi. Us. Hi.
Hi.
Mommy. Mommy.
Hi, baby.
Me.
Say, I'm a big girl.
Yes.
Yes.
Baby.
Ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So before we go in, I wanted to briefly address the vegan thing. So we are dairy-free with the exception of eggs in our family for a variety of health reasons. And while I would be totally happy just going completely vegan, we do eat meat on occasion. I read somewhere that something is better than nothing as applies to veganism. Because I'm doing it for sustainability reasons, it's still beneficial for me to reduce the amount of meat that our family consumes rather than decide that, well, we're not totally vegan and so we can't even try. I do think that the way that animals are treated and produced in the United States is unethical, and so when we do get eggs or meat, we get it from places that treat their animals better. I don't think that we were intended to eat as much meat as is in the typical American diet. And so yeah, for sustainability reasons, we try to reduce the amount of meat. I try to do a few vegan meals each week, and when I do use meat, I generally go for chicken or turkey rather than beef. We do also eat honey. To me, I'm not understanding why honey is an issue, because to my understanding we don't want to consume things that harm animals, but honey is not harming the bees, and I actually personally feel like it might be helping them because the honey farmers are trying to help the bees to grow and thrive, and bees are struggling at this point. And so to me it almost seems like supporting the bee farmers would be helpful to the bees, but I could be totally wrong. So let me know in the comments what your opinion on honey is, if it should be included in a vegan diet or no. So whilst we are not true vegans, we do still purchase a lot of vegan products for the dairy-free reason and also for sustainability reasons. And so you'll see a lot of that in my meal plan and grocery list, etc. I just want to encourage you that if you're one of those people who thinks they could never ever possibly go completely vegan, that you don't have to do it perfectly. You can make small changes and do maybe one night a week meat free, or implement some vegan meals, and you don't have to be perfectly vegan all the time, but every change that you make, no matter how small, makes a difference. Ready to head in? Should we go inside and grocery shop?
Yes.
Okay.
Mommy.
Mommy, baby.
Mommy.
Yeah. Hi. Every time that I load up the cart in the car with groceries like that, it makes me so thankful that I'm privileged enough to be able to buy all those groceries for my family. I know I personally wasn't always that privileged, and I know there's a lot of other people out there who aren't able to do the same. It just makes me really thankful that we have work in a time when many people don't, and that we are able to provide that for our family. So we are home, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in some of the groceries and then feed my toddler lunch, and then I'll put her down for a nap and I'll start with food prep. So I had an idea, since this is a meal planning themed video. Everyone, please comment down below with what your favorite easy dinner recipe is. You can drop the link to the recipe itself, or you can just comment and say, for instance, spaghetti and meatballs. So go ahead and do that right now, and that way we can all scroll through the comments after this video and have a tested, tried, and true easy list of dinner meals that we can add to our meal plans and have for our families. I don't know about you, I kind of like trying out new recipes, but they have to be easy and not too complex, as I've got 3 kids who are little at the moment, and so I definitely like those easy dinner ideas from other moms. So drop that down below in the comments, and that'll provide a really awesome resource for everyone who is watching this video. Thank you so much for doing that, and I'm going to get back to doing the groceries. I wanted to show you a few of the things that I was most excited about that I found at ALDI today. So first off, these little reusable snack bags I'm super excited about. I've been noticing that I don't have enough containers to send food to school in, and so I wanted to not have to buy the little snack packs that come individually wrapped, because that's so just unsustainable. So I love these little ones because they'll be the perfect size for snacks, and I can pre-fill them with like pretzels or popcorn or whatever, and have them easy to grab and throw in a lunch bag. They also have these, which I am not sure how authentic they are or how they will be, but I have been craving tamales for so long now. I thought of them like early summer, I believe, and we used to eat these when I was a kid. We ate a lot of Hispanic food, so I just had like this sudden craving for tamales, and they have these ones, and they're wrapped in the corn husks, and I was super excited to try them. I was so excited to see them at the store. They also had almond milk creamer and pumpkin spice. I love how many vegan options Aldi offers. But today I also saw they had this pumpkin spice latte cold brew that's also made with almond milk. So I'm really excited to try that as well. Another thing that I really love about this format for the meal plan, because I can fold it and bring it along with me to the store, and then I have an automatic grocery list, but then when I get home I can unfold it and have my meal plan and all my ingredients listed as well. So it's a little bit wrinkled at the moment because my daughter played with it, but I really do like this format, and I will have this exact one linked for you down below. It's in my Etsy shop, and there's some other cool meal plans and planners on there as well if you're interested. But of course, as always, you don't have to actually purchase this specific one. You can just lay it out on your own piece of paper if you want. So that is everything that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button down below and be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any future content. This method of meal planning has been working really well for me, and it's taken me a while to find a method that I felt incorporated everything that I needed it to have, such as being budget friendly and including things that I had in my pantry, while also coming up with a good grocery list and plan for the meals for the week. So I hope that this method is helpful to you as well, or at the very least provides some inspiration for you to come up with your own method of meal planning, perhaps using some of the aspects of my method. As minimalists, we don't want to overbuy, and we don't want to store too many backstock items in our pantry either. And so knowing what we have on hand is a really helpful tool to not only help us stay on budget, but to help keep the things that we have in storage somewhat minimal. Don't forget to give me a follow on Facebook and Instagram as well at minimalmindfulmama. We have great conversations going on over there with an awesome community of minimalists and people trying to live more intentionally, and other moms, and it's just a great encouraging community to see the different ways that different people do different things. Thanks so much for being here, happy meal planning, and I'll see you in the next video.